Today I'm working on an old antique chair, and as you can see in here, these legs have definitely seen better days. I want to touch this up. I want to make it look nice again. This is too much for a simple oil-based or even solvent-based scratch remover to take care of. You're not going to get this with Old English or Marway. That's not going to do it. So what I'm going to do is instead, I'm going to use what I call a swipe and wipe, and take a super deep penetrating stain, wipe it on the old finish so that it'll fill in all the scratches and everything with new color. Then I'm going to go over with an amber shellac because this is very orange to it, and I think this will make that shine. It'll really bring out the chatoyancy. And last, we'll put a clear lacquer on there. I like to use satin because I don't like my chairs to be too shiny. So, what we're going to need, I need some gloves. Anytime you're working with chemicals, you want to glove up. Then, going to need super fine steel wool. This is 04 steel wool. Some cloth. You want something that is soft, will reach into all your nooks and crannies, but also is relatively lint-free. You want a brush. You need your stain. You want a stain for this that doesn't have a lot of like oils and waxes in it. Just a deep penetrating stain. We're just trying to put color in there. Then you need shellac. This is a pre-mixed shellac. And then we're going to want some lacquer to touch it up with, to cover everything later so it's not too shiny. So at this point, I've already washed the wood. Just use a little TSP in water, hot water, scrub it down real good, take all your surface oils, all of your old pledge and stuff like that. You're going to strip that off. We're just going to take our steel wool, make sure your grain is steel wool is this way, you're working that way. Grain against grain. Grain, cross grain with grain. And we're just going to go over the entire piece like this. This will make your old finish receptive to your new finish, your old There we go. I'm just going to do this leg for the demonstration because it's probably the worst thing on the entire chair. There we go. Get any of those fibers out of the way. Come with your cloth. Wipe it clean. You can also use an air gun for part of this if you want. There. Take our product, start from the bottom up, and don't be stingy. Get that right on there. Work it into all your little nooks and crannies. And you don't want to let it dry. Don't let it dry. You don't want the product to build up on what's already there. There is still a finish on this chair. There's still layers of like old patina on here. We don't want to strip those away. We want to get under it and into all the places where we had damage. And look at that. Already that looks amazing. We're going to get down here a little more. There. Now the stain that I use is alcohol based, which means it plays really nicely with shellac, which is also alcohol based. So we're going to let that dry, then we're going to come back and we'll put the shellac on. Okay, so I've given this a while to dry now, not too much time. Like I said, usually by the time I'm done with the other side, this side is dry, and it is. It's completely dry. So we're just going to take some shellac. This is the same shellac that you buy at Walmart or Home Depot or something. I just often change the containers because a screw-on container just seems to last longer than the ones that this comes in. So get a nice brush. You don't want your brush too wet. Start at the bottom and work your way up. There we go. Shellac is great because it has a lot of play time to it. If you put too much on, you can easily take it off or even it out with another coat of shellac. If you get runs, the runs just work their way out on their own. That's why you want to start at the bottom. If you start at the top and you get a run that goes down, then you got to work the run out. If you start at the bottom, then the run goes over the wet material, and you don't have to fight with it as much. But generally speaking, you put on a thin, even coat. You see, like in here where it's light, that blush is from the alcohol. It's not coming back now. And you can see how the shellac brings out the chatoyancy of the wood. It really makes the grain stand out. Now we'll go over the whole chair with that, and if necessary, we can lightly buff this with the superfine steel wool and put another coat on it. You can go up to 3 coats or more if you want, but generally speaking, with something like this, 1 coat's going to be just fine. Once it dries, it's going to dry to a very shiny finish like you have here, and if that's what you like, then you can just walk away from it and the job's done. Now that the shellac is dry, it's been maybe an hour or two. I let it cure a bit. I put my finger on it. I can feel the texture is just a little bit bumpy. It's usually caused by the grain raising. So I'm going to come by some super fine steel wool and just barely touching it. Feels smooth, you're done. No more than that. Once you get that on there, or should I say take that off of there, get a cloth, give a little buffing, like that, getting little bits of steel wool. And at this point, I can put another layer of very, very thin shellac on it, and it'll be perfect. Then we can put the lacquer on it. It's feasible that at this point, I could just put lacquer on it. Because I haven't actually removed much at all. I've removed the barest outside layer of that coat that I put on there. But I think I might put another layer of shellac on first. So I'm going to take the steel wool, I'm going to rub down both chairs, and we'll be back with the lacquer. Here we have it now, and it's been extremely, just very gently steel wooled. So it's nice and perfectly smooth, then buffed out with a clean cloth. At this point, we can go ahead and spray some lacquer on it. This we do want to use in a well-ventilated area because the fumes, but the shellac, we don't need to worry about that. We just go along, and that's it. We just go around, do the entire chair like that, and once it dries, we'll have a nice, clean, durable finish. Now, here we are the next day. Our lacquer has completely cured. And you can see it's got a beautiful sheen to it. If you like that mirror finish or that glass look, you could definitely use a higher gloss lacquer, but I like this. I like the satin look. And you can see that while the chair does not look new, it's been dinged up. It looks so much better than it did before. So there you have it. If I come across something like this where the damage is too extensive for something as simple as just wiping a product like Old English or Marway on it, this is my go-to procedure. I call it the swipe and wipe. You just start by washing the wood with TSP. It's the best product out there for it. Steel wool. Use your stain. You put the stain on. Remember, it's just a stain. Get something that doesn't have any sort of waxes or oils or polyurethane or anything like that. You don't want it all in one stain. You just want a deep, penetrating stain. And it's good to find something that is compatible with alcohol. Just wipe it on. Immediately wipe it off. You only want to get it into the damaged parts. After that, once it's dry, put on a coat of shellac. The shellac dries, check it for raised grain, extremely light steel wooling. Then you can either put more shellac on there or go right to a lacquer. Choose the gloss of lacquer that you want. Spray that on. You can put multiple coats if you want. And when you're done, this is what you'll end up with. It's just beautiful.